So here are another 50 facts that you probably didn't know about BRAWLHALLA. And if you learned something new, do me a favor and give me a like. It helps out more than you realize. Did you know that once upon a time this combo was not only true but completely inescapable? There are more crossovers in BRAWLHALLA than unique legends, and there are still some characters without any. Meiko, Mirage, Yumiko, Artemis, Vector, Volkov, Onyx, Magyar, and the new legend Priya are all without a crossover. There used to be a cookie clicker game made by the BRAWLHALLA devs called Cassidy's Cupcakes for April Fools in 2016, which was accessible from the character select screen itself. I actually managed to find a working version on GitHub if you want to try it for yourself. This freeze frame from the Season 5 Battle Pass trailer is the shape of the constellation on the Edge of Existence podium. The rotation of the chests in BRAWLHALLA is in fact not random. Take a screenshot of this if you're waiting for a specific chest. That's totally not the Ragnarok chest. There is technically a clan rank lower than Recruit called Unknown, and it even has its own icon. There is a Steam launch option called No Skulls, which removes the skulls from the map, Shipwrecked Falls, and the face on the bombs. This was added because of a player's mother, who wouldn't let her son play the game due to it having evil skulls. Baron von Evilstein's heart can be seen inside the orb for the Petra reanimated skin. If you don't know who that is, he's mentioned in a few different lore pages and is basically a recurring villain in certain legends' lives. The Ben 10s shown before you select Heat Blast, Diamond Head, and Forearms all have slightly different color palettes. BRAWLHALLA officially celebrated 100 million players in May of 2023. If you ever want to know a level 50 title before you grind for it, just look at the lore page in-game or online. The characters with the most skins in-game are Hattori, Taros, and Val, all with 15 skins each. As of recording, there are 4 unobtainable sidekicks in the game for various reasons. This is not including battle passes that will come back in the future. There is also currently an unknown title called Discovered that nobody knows how to obtain yet. However, it will most likely be used for community events, and maybe even out by the time I upload this. In early versions of BRAWLHALLA, maps were in fact called realms, and not maps. The first person to legitimately reach 3000 ELO in ranked was Sandstorm, and he did it with Onyx. And speaking of Onyx, did you know that Onyx's wings used to stay gray no matter what color swap you were using? The map, Dracula's Castle, is no longer playable as of patch 8.15, which removed all the other Castlevania crossover items as well. Before emojis were in the game, the Orion GG emoji was originally an emote on the BRAWLHALLA Twitch channel. There was a character that was originally set to release with the playable demo at PAX East in 2014 called Gabe. This was a nod to the creators of PAX East, who also created a webcomic series called Penny Arcade, whom the protagonist was no other than Jonathan Gabriel. Steam Faction Scarlet is the only Scarlet skin that isn't wearing glasses on her face, or as part of her hat. This level 1 imp avatar from the Battle Pass Season 7 was originally one of the demons from Horde mode, but was later changed to red and animated. The first seasonal event to have unique menu music was the 2020 anniversary event, and unique character select and victory themes were first added with the 2022 Luck O' the Brawl event. There was another April Fool's event in 2017 that added a button on the character select screen labeled Clunzo Vision Engage, which turned all the character icons into poorly drawn versions of themselves. If you don't know what that means, think Spooderman but for BRAWLHALLA characters like Budvar or Brune. In 2023, they revisited the idea of April Fool's jokes by making patch 7.06a, which increased all the legends' head size by double. And along with it, they made a joke patch notes which supposedly fixed Taros' hammer down sig. And the video is just this. For 30 seconds. With certain attack animations on Finn from Adventure Time, you can see the snail chilling on his backpack. What snail, you might ask? This one. Nyx's bot name is an Easter egg reference to the villain in Sonic, Dr. Robotnik. Before Season 3, Battle Pass XP was called Battle Points, and prior to Season 10, progression items were called Level Up items in-game. There used to be a glitch with the image render tool that didn't allow you to save renders of the Space Dogfighter Vrak skin. The universal BRAWLHALLA codes that are periodically released are not redeemable if you play on iOS. The first clan to reach level 100 was Innovation back in 2018. Bodvar had a bear half-brother named Grothnar, whom he fought in a battle for 7 days for the fate of humanity. On the official BRAWLHALLA website, there is a BRAWLHALLA version of Wordle. The aim is to guess the character within 5 tries based on how close your previous guesses were, with the stats, weapons, and year of release. When Core was playable for the first time at PAX East in 2016, he had no official design and was using the placeholder skin known as Test Legend. And the Test Legend placeholder skin eventually became the inspiration for 7's design. The original design for the ranked icons looked like this, and these were later repurposed for the different levels of the Steam badges. The BRAWLHALLA Pro, known as Egg Soup, was officially banned from tournaments after throwing a chair at Sparky at BCX 2019. Egg Soup was also the player to win the first ever major BRAWLHALLA LAN tournament at Final Round 19. You cannot die from the top of the map by your own jumps, dodges, and gravity cancels. You need to be sent there by an attack. This is because the bottom and sides of the map have blast zones, whereas the top has what's known as a stun zone. Rano Wu Xiang is the only crossover skin that is not officially considered a crossover, which also technically makes it the cheapest crossover by 100 mammoth coins, which kind of makes Graugak overpriced when you think about it that way. For one small patch in 2020, there was a glitch with Artemis's N-Sig that allowed her to cruise around the map while charging the signature. As of recording, there are already 2 level 100 King Zuvas and 5 level 100 Imugis. King Zuva also already has the 3rd lowest pick rate, whereas Imugi ranks as the highest win rate legend currently. Every BRAWLHALLA player was assigned a player ID, and this is determined by when you joined BRAWLHALLA. For example, the first person to join BRAWLHALLA would be assigned the player ID 1, which belongs to an ex-developer at BMG, who currently sits at level 48 and is in Gold 4. The professional wrestler Xavier Woods, or real name Austin Creed, once commentated a live crew battle on the BRAWLHALLA Twitch stream. The only colors unlocked at the same level for every legend are gray, pink, and red at levels 16, 18, and 20. The loading frames before a match starts aren't properly centered. I'm sorry for anyone with OCD because you probably won't be able to unsee this. The legend rotation for patch 8.08 was Thatch, Cross, Ragnir, Lin Fei, Ezio, Tesca, Munin, Scarlet, and Arcadia. Switching your skin in training mode will not change your weapon skins, but changing the bot skin will. Thatch, Scarlet, and Lucien are the only legends to hold gadgets in their character select poses. The sidekicks in the background are client side, so their positions are different for all players in or spectating the game. The free legend rotations always include one of each weapon, unless a new weapon has just been released like Chakra. And lastly, there are only 6 legends whose level 50 title don't start with "the", which are Bryn, Hattori, Barraza, Scarlet, Rayman, and Nyx. So be honest, how many of those did you really know? Do you have any facts that you'd want featured in a part 3? Do you want to see a part 3? Let me know down below. These kind of videos take a lot of time, effort, and research to make, so I appreciate everyone liking, subscribing, and commenting for support. I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.